With Halloween Horror Nights 33 upon us, there's plenty of videos I could make. Like, what happened to the Wolfman? Who are these icons? Does this zone make any kind of sense? And unlike in previous years where I've only tried one or two food items, this year I actually tried a majority of the food items. So, in today's video, I am going to break down what are some key food items you should try when you come to Halloween Horror Nights. And the first food item we're going to be talking about is the mini Stay Puft Shmore, which I consider more of a Instagram, Snapchat snack, where it's nothing really special to it. I mean, other than the marshmallow looking like a Stay Puft, it would just be a regular Shmore for $6.99. When I got it, it wasn't the best. It wasn't very warm. At least the chocolate and everything else kind of just was kind of hard. And I thought if they just put another graham cracker on top so you could have taken your picture with it, then made it into a Shmore, it would have just been enjoyable that way instead of trying to eat it like a open top Shmore without the graham cracker, and it just not really kind of being enjoyable food to eat on the go. I think with Horror Nights, a lot of things need to be sort of, there's sit down food and then there's food that you can sort of just eat while walking through the zones. I think they need to find a balance in that. And the Stay Puft Shmore it's worth a try if you like s'mores and you want to get that cool Stay Puft picture. I'd say get it. And over at the Goblins booth, I heard they are having a feast and we are invited. And that is where our two next food items will be. First, we are talking about the Goblins Pie. Now, I just want to preface this. This is not really anything too special. It's almost like I went to my car, drove to McDonald's, ordered apple pie, and spruced it up just a little bit. That's what it tastes like, a McDonald's apple pie. But at Horror Nights, at least it is food on the go. It tastes pretty decent. You can eat it while in the line and not make too much of a mess. So I give it a thumbs up to try it. Also at this food booth, they have a actual BBQ Turkey Wing now. I've heard other folks say it's a lot of meat on this thing. I didn't really find it to be a lot of meat because it's a wing. It's a little bit of meat, a lot of bone, unless you're just chewing on sort of the skin of it. But for me, I thought the sauce was really good. It was spicy. It's got this like barbecue taste to it. Really good. I enjoyed the wing. The only problem I have is that it is a complete mess to eat. Your hands get all sticky. You have no choice but to like stand there for like 3 minutes washing your hands and your face afterwards. But both of these two items I enjoyed, and I would say try them. Now it's time to get into some honorable mentions. Now these items, I don't know if I'd fully recommend that you try them, but if you're feeling adventurous, if you have the funds to do it, I would say go ahead. And that is the fish and chips at the Monsters food booth. I think this is excellent. I devoured this thing. It was cooked fresh. It was hot. Sure, you can get fish and chips in Diagon Alley, but I don't know if it's going to taste as good as this one was. It was great. Like the fries were cooked great. The fish was good. It is just super expensive. That is the only caveat when it comes to this. So that is why I'm telling you, it's one of those things you might skip out on. And by the way, the price for this is $16.99. So yeah. Now the next food item is sort of a secret, so shh. It's not really advertised on the website when you're looking at the food items. It's a pass holder exclusive snack. Now, you don't have to be a pass holder to get this. You just pretty much just ask for it. And I don't think they're ever going to ask you for your pass. But this is actually called the chocolate peanut butter creeper. Now, this is at the crepe stand that is in Central Park. And I went ahead and tried this out. It's probably not a good idea to pack all this food with the peanut butter and the chocolate and then all the other stuff I ate along in that same day, but I sacrificed for you guys. And this is a delicious peanut butter. If you love peanut butter, this is the snack to get. It is really good. There's some sort of peanut butter, I don't know what it is inside of it. It's just like this smooth peanut butter stuff that just tastes so good. And it reminds me of the Yuri's peanut butter treat thing that was at Halloween Horror Nights last year that I really enjoyed. I thought this was delicious. Yeah, I do highly recommend getting it, especially just sharing it with someone. That's my only caveat. It's a lot to eat. And for me, I was only able to eat just maybe like a little bit, like halfway maybe. So it's a lot. I definitely recommend it. You can actually get this during the day. You don't have to wait till Halloween Horror Nights to obviously try this. So you can get this at any point when they're open throughout the day. Up next, we are going to be talking about A Quiet Place food booth. Now, this is sort of unique, and I'll tell you in just a second why. They have corn chowder here, which was delicious. They had baked beans with mashed potatoes and a cornbread muffin, delicious. And they also have a spicy dark chocolate eclair, which was really cool to look at, really visual cool. It's shareable food because it's pretty big. You can share it with 2 or 3 people, which I did. Delicious. But this food booth is themed unlike any other food booth, and it actually has a unique experience to it. When you actually order your food and you go inside of Sting Alley, you're supposed to be quiet because there's creatures around, or the death angels or whatever they call them. I did not know this until a friend of the channel, April, pointed it out, and I was like, what are you talking about? And the workers do not make a sound, or at least they try to be as quiet as they can. They will not speak to you. It is themed. So you can sign language to them, thank you, and they will sign language back. You're welcome. It's just a unique experience that it's like that little touch that I think makes this year elevated, because they could have just had them talk and it just been like, oh yeah, it's just a food booth. But it's kind of like a unique experience to order there and have this sort of like quiet experience kind of elevated. So I think everything at this food booth was delicious, and I do recommend all 3 items, unless you're just not a fan of soup or like baked beans. But I liked all 3 items. And of course, if you know me, you know I love a good burger. And there's a burger this year that multiple people have tried. I tell everybody to get this burger. It is gosh darn delicious. Right now, while I'm recording this, even at 6 o'clock in the morning, I am thinking about this burger. And that is the Triplets of Terror food station, because it's not really like a food booth. It's not themed too much other than the menu. And in fact, I would say the food is better than the house. But the food items I've tried at this food station, I've actually enjoyed. The burger's the highlight. The triplet dessert is pretty good. And the chicken bag thing, that's okay. It's not anything spectacular. I would recommend the burger over that. But you know me, you can't go wrong with a burger, especially like a little mini kind of slider burger. It tastes good. Cheese is great. It's cooked fresh. it's really like a great solid snack to hold you for a couple houses. So I'd recommend that one. As well as these are two drinks that I recommend. So we have taken over San Francisco as a whole between his store and the actual house. He actually has a smaller food stand right near the Blumhouse. And the drink there that they serve, it's decent if you like sort of Sprite, sour, lemonade-ish type of drink. I think it's well worth it. And as well over in Insidious, they have sort of like an Arnold Palmer type of drink. It's a mocktail. I definitely recommend that. It's delicious as well. And last on our food roundabout was a food booth I was not expecting too much from, but after hearing from multiple people about this food booth, I just had to halt the video until I was able to try this. And I tried all three food items at the Monstros food booth. And oh my God, it's so delicious. Everything that I tried here was just top notch. And I'm not a big pork eater at all. Like maybe bacon, some sausage, like breakfast time. That's about it as far as what I enjoy from pork. But this slow roasted pork was just chef's kiss. The chimichanga sauce with the chicken was excellent. And the dessert, I was expecting it to be really sweet, and it wasn't. It was very kind of just like, I don't know, it was almost like just very light and airy. Very delicious. Everything from this food booth was top notch. I can't recommend this food booth enough. Get all three items, sit over there at Mel's, watch the zone, enjoy your food. And that has been some of the top food items I've tried for this year. What have you tried that was maybe good, maybe not good? Let me know down in the comment section, and when I go back, maybe I will give them a try if I haven't already. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for the support. And as always, I will catch you on another video very, very soon. Peace out, everybody.